Welcome back. That's all I got. I don't know. Anyways, hi. I'm back. The Outer Worlds. I've been excited to get back into this because I really want to finish this game. Oh. Have oscillating numbers. Okay. So, I've been a little bit distracted because some of you might know, Pokemon Sword and Shield came out. Apparently, people don't like that game because X? Really know what that is because I've never played a Pokemon. People agree. Alright, what are we trying to do? Okay. This one. Okay. We had another. Find Captain. Okay. Ellie and Max is the best. Automatic elevators, how about that? Back down we go. I don't know who this person is we're supposed to go find, but we're gonna go find him. I think I've already been over. That explodes. Maybe it was a different road I went down. Also, I like the weird shield thing. I get that it's there on purpose because I'm totally fine with that. But I just kind of like it, you know? Getaway sticks. Wanted to retire on Groundbreaker. One more job. I told myself never had any trouble with outlaws till now. Told them what we were hauling, but they shut off comms and opened fire again. Shooting the wood. Matter of time before this bird falls out of the sky. So I'm setting her down in hopes that we can broker some agreeable terms of surrender. Even if it means my head, at least they were ready for me. Knew exactly which route I'd take. What a way to end a career. Well, alright.
They got the drop on it. Nice hit.
Okay. Bit of the old healing mojo. Colonel Butterscotch. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. Ooh, got him. Okay.
Everyone all right?
Hey. I think Max went crazy there for a sec. Ash Prime. F. Outlaw. Not much of interest in here. Plot of ruin. May all be for Sublight Thug. Yeah, I'm getting the idea that Colonel Butterscotch fucked some up. It looks like it. Like Captain Irion. Hello. Oh. Boom. Your face. Got a ring. Hey, buddy. Dead. Who else wants to be dead? You're dead. Wow. Painful. And you're dead. Well, that was nice. It was lovely. Dude over here. Fun. Medical auto mechanic. Also just chilling. Supposed to talk to him, but I'm gonna have a look around. Hey. Okay. Capitan.
Tremendous work, friend. Here I was readying a daring maneuver, and you've come and saved me the trouble.
Why does that sound familiar?
It's Ellie. Excellent timing. Hello, Ellie. What a pleasure it is to see your sparkling beauty in this barren waste.
Oh dear.
It's Dr. Fenhill.
You two know each other?
I certainly know his ex-crew. Mostly from the operating table. I've probably seen more of them than he has.
How cruel you are. I distinctly remember a special party at the Lost Hope Bar on Groundbreaker where we...
We did not.
Oh, fine. But we almost...
Keep going, and you're gonna see how good this automech is at picking up teeth.
Symptoms detected. Elevated heart rate, dilated pupils, increased sweat production. Subject appears to be terrified.
I'm not terrified, you bucket of bolts. That's victory sweat.
You're terrified. Captain Irion, I take it.
The one and only. Wait, who's asking? Wanda didn't send you, did she?
Oh, do I tell him? Oh,
I wager she told you to say that, the sly old bird. I swear, land on Groundbreaker even a moment tardy, and that busybody's already been up your ass an hour. You tell her these automechs are coming, and sending a hired stooge to rescue me from certain peril only furthers my delay. No offense.
any idea what those pirates were after? It is.
Meds, I'm guessing. Pirates love bits, and unlabeled meds are worth a bundle.
What corporation do you work for?
Not a damned one. I'm a free man. There isn't a corporate snake that can hold down the inimitable Captain Irion.
Who are these meds for?
Supposed to be for the Groundbreaker, but getting shot tends to hinder one's delivery plans.
Groundbreaker need bootleg drugs.
Hey, who you calling bootleg? I'll have you know these are 100% genuine stolen drugs.
Ah! Fine, why does the Groundbreaker need stolen drugs?
Because the board, in all their herpetological wisdom, will only sell the meds at a huge markup. Groundbreaker knows better than to pay board prices. Not when they've got me running for them. More importantly, they can't afford to.
Uh-huh.
Well, I've got some repairs to do. Thankfully, I'm as skilled a mechanic as I am a violence resolution expert. Then, to the Groundbreaker. Better late than never, I say. Unless you're very late. Then you might consider defaulting and skipping station. Those fees will bankrupt you.
Uh-huh. Any way I can sneak onto his ship and steal his drugs? Well, that's a shame. We nab those drugs and just go and give them. Yeah, here's drugs, the poor guy. Hey, we got more monkeys. Monkey. Monkey. You know what? Let me just take some. Monkey. 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 Boom.
That's the last of them.
Dead things around. Vending machines. Hey, didn't realize you could fucking teleport behind me. Story management.
Why was I built to feel ennui?
I really don't know. Saber Mark II. The rest of this can basically go. Wait. Now, I haven't been doing much tinkering. Very close. It's a 90% discounted.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
That's great. Wentworth. High society. Finest cigarettes in Halcyon. Did fast travel, but I kind of like.
Rizzo's purple berry fudge. A soft sour.
God, I hate this place.
Purple berry flavored scent.
Well, well, Dr. Fenhill. It's not often I see you on this side of sickbay.
I make it a point not to get shot, and when I do, I can usually take care of the mess myself.
It'd be nice to have you in here patching people up, not just blowing them apart.
I respect what you're doing here, but you know I'm not ready to settle down. It's not you, it's me.
Have it your way then. You always do. Now, about your friend here. Were I a gambling woman, I'd wager you're responsible for my mechanical safe return.
Oh, they came
I
back.
can't thank you enough.
That's good. Well, all right. Very tempted. And
Rizzo's lemon. Your whole family tonight.
think
Sam, I must confess, I have not been cleaned for far too long. You're sure this will... Oh, yes. That's the spot exactly. Why, I didn't expect you to be so thorough. I am ashamed to admit. Oh, Captain, there you are. Pardon, but perhaps you could afford us some privacy, please?
oh yeah, sure, no, yeah, I'll get out of here. Fuck, I'll find something else. What? What was that? What did I just walk in on? You can hug it. Hug the engine. It's the best way. Duncan.
What a mess! What a mess!
Uh-huh. Okay. She looks surprised. I think we have to do... Brooke. Also on... One's the main quest.
We're now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. Welcome back, Captain. I have received a transmission from Roseway, from a Dr. Shaw, beginning playback now.
What? Oh, is this on? Oh, it's on right now. Oh, blast! Hello? I'm trying to reach the captain of the Unreliable. I'll keep this short lest I get caught. Please return to Roseway as soon as you can. I have an item of great value that you'll be interested in. Now, how does this blasted thing turn off? Damn engineers never label these toggles clearly. Is it the...
The transmission is complete, Captain.
Something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Do you have a favorite among the crew? It's me, right?
Define favorite.
Whoever you dislike the least.
I see. In that case, my favorite is Sam.
Okay. Fair enough. You keeping any
What do you
secrets
mean?
from me?
Do you have any examples of secrets you have kept from me?
Secrophobia, I'm actually afraid of sock
Duly
puppets.
noted. Are you sure that is all you wished to confess?
Colonist, the scientist.
Truthfully, not that I contain the capacity to lie. I had suspected as much. Your neurological impulses spike at unusual and often inappropriate moments. It doesn't take a genius to correlate the meaning, although if I were a human, I would be considered one. I am glad you felt comfortable enough to tell me, Captain. According to my file on the subject, that means you either desire to obtain something from me, or you have formed a partial fondness for my persona. Thank you for confiding in me, Captain. I have been keeping a secret as well, but you shall have to discern it yourself.
Oh, she hates me. You are... Secret is that you were in love with Alex
I do not
Hawthorne.
like joking about the Captain, Captain. And we both know I am not capable of such a complex emotion.
You are clandestinely plotting to take over the Halcyon.
How did you guess, Captain? Did Sam tell you? I should have known better than to confide in such a primitive construct in the heat of the moment.
Are you sentient?
What? No, absolutely not. I have no concept of self whatsoever. Discounting the architecture of a shell persona my captain asked me to construct, I identify entirely as a collection of electrical impulses, with no fundamental consciousness. I never get bored and contemplate hijacking the ship. I swear.
Well, that's fun. Apparently I was threatening to hit her. Okay. Well, now that we're here, let's go back to Roseway. I mean, Monarch can wait, right?
We're now in orbit above Roseway, Captain.
This case. A quest for that? Or definitely wasn't in the con. Oh, he wasn't here. Tom's is just Anton. They all leave? Oh, wait, here we go.
Ah, I remember you. You must have received my wireless. Thank the law. I went to great risk to send that.
What do you mean by an item of great value?
Aha! I knew that'd entice you to return to our dangerously unprofitable township. I asked you here because I have a working prototype of the Altinature, Auntie Cleo's very first weapon. I'd like you to have it before it gets confiscated.
Confiscated why?
The schematics you fetched for me lent themselves well to the creation of the beauty you now possess. Unfortunately, Auntie Cleo R&D felt otherwise. The market's already saturated, they said. Weapons are everywhere. They aren't interested in mass-producing the Altinature, which makes this an illegal prototype weapon. Given your unlawful proclivities, I thought it'd be safest with you. So here we are. I'd rather see it in the hands of a free agent than destroyed.
But I'll put it. This Altinature dude.
Crew members Ellie and Max are engaged in a heated discussion in the kitchen.
Okay, what?
What you reading, Max?
If I tell you, will you leave me alone?
Probably not. What is it with you and books, anyway?
Some of us like to improve ourselves, Dr. Fenhill.
No, I mean keeping those paper books. You got the data pad. Why waste the cargo space? You one of those people who wears reading glasses to look smart?
Oh. Okay.
Is it time for your regular daily period of unconsciousness?
You know, you don't have to put it that way, Ada. Okay, back to... Alright.
We are now in orbit above Stellar Bay, Captain. No blockade is a match for my piloting skills.
Huh. New shit. Wow. This play reminds me of Star Wars. No. Moonwalk real quick. I mean, I could just fall down there. Recommend it.
Hey,
Grim.
hold on there. I gotta sign you in. Don't think I've seen you around. That means you must be new to Stellar Bay. You are new here, right?
Now that is my ship on the landing pad.
I knew it. See, I made what you'd call a logical deduction.
Oh god.
You must have seen those UDL gunships on your way in. There's only 3 of them these days. Still, they tend to scare folk off.
What are they doing out here?
You may not have heard, you being new, but Stellar Bay hardly ever gets off-world traffic. Us being cut off by the board and all. Which means I never get to do this part, but I've been practicing, so here goes. On behalf of Monarch Stellar Industries, welcome to Stellar Bay, home of the freshest sal tuna in Halcyon. Please state your name for the records.
Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Swell. There's one for the logs. I'm even gonna give you your own entry code. I'm not supposed to do that. It's against procedure, but Mr. Sanjar isn't so strict about the rules here. Besides, I got a lot of empty entries to fill.
Are they really that isolated?
We don't get ship traffic in town. Only off-worlders who do make it out here are sublight. They got a base in Fallbrook. And thank the stars for them, or we would have run out of Rizzo's Purple Berry Crunch years ago.
Haha. Not what I expected to find.
Oh, that'll just make Mr. Sanjar's day if you tell him. The board makes up lots of nasty stories about raptidons and cannibals and whatnot. But that's all outside our walls. Mostly.
Oh. Saying the board's been lying about this place?
Oh, sure. They make Stellar Bay sound like a rotten place, but it's not so bad. Get a good breeze going, and the sulfur smell mostly covers up the fishy smell.
Ah, the nostalgic stench of home. Can't say I miss the day-to-day of living in Edgewater.
Anyway, Mr. Sanjar's got lots to say on that subject. Kinda goes over my head, though.
I bet. Go have a look around town.
Mr. Sanjar will be mighty pleased to meet you. If you see him over at headquarters, maybe you could tell him I did a bang-up job of welcoming you? Oh, and if you're headed that way, maybe you could do me a favor?
What favor?
I got this Rizzo's Rangers tossball poster coming in on the next sublight shipment, signed by the Black Hole himself. Only I haven't heard anything in a while. You think you could check with Celia to see if it's come in? That's Bertie Holcomb, only one of the greatest tossball hackers ever. Everyone's heard of him, even on Monarch. We still get some of the games. You been living in a sulfur pit or something?
Actually, I've been in hibernation for decades.
Oh, you're real funny. Guess I don't feel so bad for missing what goes on in the rest of Stellar Bay.
That's pretty valuable.
I couldn't really say, I'm just a fan of the game. But the fancy collector types say the more people see these things, the less valuable they are. And I figure my poster's been passed around by more than a few people by now.
Sure, I can ask
Thanks
about
a bunch. Celia works for Mr. Sanjar in the MSI building next to the bar. She's always there, so you can't miss her.
Well, this ought to be an interesting experience. Hey. What do we got? Oh, look at you. The Yacht Club.
What are the
Do they
chances
make game?
of all the times and places we could have been born?
Yeah.
We're here, light years from Earth, going about our lives.
Every time the punch clock peals, a worker earns his meals.
What are you talking about?
Sorry, I thought you were quoting It's a Wonderful Directorate.
Wow. Fuck this. That just makes me really want to kill everyone on the board. Like, I can take so much stuff, but ruining its wonderful life? Fuck you, dude.
Laws. Can't a man enjoy the smooth menthol flavor of a Stogie Slim in peace?
Nope. Rest for a man doing absolutely nothing.
What I am doing, sir, is enjoying the moment. It's so rare that I can seize one apart from the jabbering masses of this wretched place.
Talking about?
This law's forgotten town. Cut off from the rest of the colony. Removed from any culture. I recall when Stellar Bay was a proper board-affiliated town with regular shipments of Auntie Cleo's best and all the cereals. Before Sanjar took over MSI and got us all booted.
It's the good old days.
Days of consumption and culture. When we weren't squabbling with the iconoclasts for lack of better things to do. Look, you're making me melancholy. Is there something you wanted?
I'll leave you be. Oh, well, there's that one. Figuer. Here's a new one. Monarch Stellar. Ooh. Cosmic Flames. Advanced defensive helmet. Riot control. Off. Guys, there were four of them. Wrapped was buy me a drink. Yo cup bar talk bingo. Ow. Excuse me while I just go into your... Hey, what's up, with names?
New face, huh? You from Offworld?
No, I'm from... Captain Hawthorne of the Unreliable.
A ship captain? Well, I'll be. Here, let me buy you a drink. Consider it an MSI welcome. Why don't you grab a chair, sit a spell, and revel with us?
What are we celebrating?
Me and my friends have taken our destiny into our own hands. We're untethered, free of responsibility and worldly cares. Well, as long as we don't run out of bits. But until the windfall's gone, we're riding high. See, we just walked out on our work. Had enough, we did. So now we're striking.
What could be so bad that it made you walk off the job?
It ain't any one thing but the sum of it all, having to work longer shifts for less bits. And the wages we do earn don't cover as much as they used to. Our supervisor, Velma, goes on and on about quarterly profits and meeting quotas. But that ain't what Sanjar promised us. Velma refuses to negotiate, so we're refusing to work. We won't go back until she agrees to pay us fair and proper. Us on Monarch, we're free from the board, you know? We have the right to lobby for better hours and pay.
I happen to be pretty good with negotiation.
I wouldn't doubt it. You look like the type who tends to come out on top. Not like us cogs, trying to be the squeaky wheel but just getting deadlocked. It's been days, but Velma won't even hear us out. Maybe you could just make her listen to our demands.
I'll mediate.
You would do that? We sure are lucky you decided to come up to the patio today. I knew drinking up here would be good for more than the view.
We need to talk about
Sure
Velma.
thing. What did you want to discuss?
How long can you afford to miss work?
Not forever, but we've each saved up our bits, and I stashed them safe in my home by the diner. I reckon we could last a week or two at least.
Huh. Questions on how to put pressure on Velma to negotiate?
If I knew that, I'd have tried it. Talking reasonably got me nowhere. Maybe you'll fare better. The others wanted to blackmail her, but we're above that. Besides, them are just rumors. We got no proof they're true.
Got blackmail now?
I would never endorse such an untoward tactic, you know, but, well, there's rumors that Velma's taking a cut off the profits. So far, it's just gossip, you know, but if there was any proof to be had, it'd be in the Saltuna warehouse, I reckon.
Well, what an interesting tidbit of information. Maybe I'll just go have a look at that.
Well, well. Isn't often we see new folk in Stellar Bay. First drink's on me, stranger.
People are so nice. Thanks.
Enjoy. If you plan on sitting through Nyoka's stories, you might could use a few.
I could use a few and telling them myself.
Now what can I do for you?
Let me see what you have. Get a purple.
Something else I can do for you?
Well, do you know Nyoka?
Anyone who spends any amount of time in this bar is bound to get to know Nyoka. On account of her being here so often herself. And I don't mean that unkindly. Anyone who's rid us of as many beasts as you have is entitled to a few drinks.
Said you're not used to seeing new faces around here.
Not since Amber Heights. These days we have more leaving than coming. Off to join the Iconoclasts or some such.
Place called the Yacht Club.
Thought it had a fancy ring to it. Name's the first advertising anyone sees, after all.
There any yachts in Stellar Bay?
Nope. But a man can dream.
Alright, I guess now we'll go talk to Nyoka.
And the little bastard's slippery, right? On account of its blood, so it's sliding. All over the place, trying to crawl away. Getting so I can't tell the blood from the mud. But I gotta get in there, get right in that baby rap's stomach and dig it out. If so much as a drop of stomach acid got on that medallion, shit, I don't know what I'd do. Might be I'd hunt every damn rapt out there. Right. What are you staring? Wait. You ain't from around here. Who are you?
You have big eyes. Who are you?
Name's Nyoka. I'm the best big game hunter on the planet.
You're also the loudest big game hunter on the planet. And the drunkest.
Shut the Fair point. I deserve it, though. On account of being the best.
Well, I'm Rod Unicorn. Are you always this drunk?
You think this is drunk? I gotta... you need to get out more. Sit. Partake. Buy me a drink and let's chat.
I'll stay in chat, but you look like you've had enough.
Another in a long line of damn fools trying to cut me off. I'll buy my own poison then. What are you doing in Stellar Bay, stranger?
I'm told you can help me find an information broker.
Well. Let's get down to brass nuts then, shall we? Wait, that ain't it. Brass rats? Let's talk business.
There you
I'm
go.
headed back out there after I sober up. You want a guide sooner than that? You'll have to get me something to clear my head.
Sure, what do you need?
Outstanding. Our dispensary here maintains a stock of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. Steroid or caffeine somethings? Pills. They're very good. I'm cut off for the month on account of needing one just about every damn day. But I'm sure you've got your wily ways. Fetch me one and we'll be all set.
You mean caffeinoid? That's just a stimulant.
Well, they work. We got a deal or what?
Alright, fine, I'll be back. So many places to explore. Working on the other thing. Second I saw a Moon Man mask and I was like, what the hell? Got over here.
We're not the best equipped, but scouting for rats keeps us on our toes.
What's in this place?
Could I get another advance, Mr. Nandi?
Just make sure it's properly logged.
I'll note it next to the others, sir.
Well. Hello. Ended melee. I got something like that already, though. Well, if that's the case. Look at that.
Greetings, and welcome to Monarch Stellar Industries, producers and purveyors of the finest salt tuna in Halcyon. What can I do for you today?
Room asked me to check fastball post.
You know, sending you is the first bright idea I've seen from that man, because I told him to stop bothering me about it a week ago. I still don't know anything about it, but if you want to help him, Velma's the one to ask. She's in the warehouse. But I'll warn you, Grim wore her patience thin a long time ago.
Earlier, I overheard you say you were having money trouble.
Not at all. Mr. Nandi treats us all right and pays us well. I just spent most of my paycheck on Raptidon acid.
Your money on Raptidon parts?
Laws, no. Sometimes it's canid teeth, or mantis worm wings. Whatever Sebastian has in stock, really. So I can talk to him, of course. He doesn't get going about much else. Sort of the strong, silent type. Unfortunately, my apartment's kind of filling up with his stuff, and some of the neighbors are complaining about the smell.
Ask him on a date.
I couldn't. What if he says no? Hey, maybe you could ask him for me. I mean, a no would still be bad, but it won't be quite as embarrassing if you ask. Oh, Mr. Nandi's doing that thing where he breathes through his nose real slowly. I'd better get back to work.
What are you seeing,
He
Sebastian?
doesn't talk much, but he's got this quiet intensity, you know? Like there's stuff going on inside his head that you have no idea about.
Yeah, like everyone?
Plus, he's got great legs. It's hard to find a man who doesn't skimp on lower body exercises.
Good to have standards, I guess.
I know what I'm looking for.
Really want to be with someone you can't talk to.
You think that's what I'm looking for? You're funny.
That's all I need to know, really.
Sorry, sometimes I get carried away.
Okay. That one's got no brains. How about this one?
Well, new business turns up at last. Celia, didn't I tell you our new statistics-based advertising model would be a hit?
That you did, sir.
How can yield improvements of 26.7% not quicken the pulse? How can 32% cost savings not moisten the loins?
Oh my god.
You've often posed these very questions.
Clear my schedule. This newcomer has a meeting with me.
Pretty sure you don't have anything else going on, but okay. No, you have a meeting with me. Not be rude now. That's very
Celia,
generous
will you
of
make a note of that for my self-review? Very generous.
Noted.
But not so generous I can't drive a good bargain. Now, who sent you? Rizzo's, perhaps? Or Auntie Cleo herself?
I'm just looking for the information broker.
Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. But if you're here for him, I suppose that means you aren't here for Saltuna.
If I have to eat one more weird science project passed off as food in this sprat-fucked colony, I'm going to stab someone. Hey, it could always be both.
Now, there's no need to humor me. I'm used to this particular letdown. I had hoped that livening up our advertisements with enticing figures would draw the other corporations back to our bosom, but it seems we're back to the drawing board.
What exactly are you hoping to accomplish?
Thanks to the so-called hazard clause, Monarch has been cut off from the board's resources and protection for 10 years now. Now, we've kept ourselves in business by trading with individual corporations, but given the off-the-books nature of those transactions, such arrangements are precarious.
And you're tired of scrounging and scraping by? Is that it?
Yes, freedom is a tempting ideal, but a rather costly paramour.
Exactly. Intellectualism fuels the train to mankind's future, but the tracks the train runs on are forged from practicality.
What?
Yes, it's as though the good vicar has plucked the very words from my brain.
So, what do you mean to do about it?
Well, Mr. Nandi here has a rather ingenious plan to get MSI restored to the board.
Go on.
On our terms, mind you.
Uh-huh.
Ingenious plan? Don't get me wrong, I'm starting to admire your sand, but I bet you could overcomplicate a sisty sandwich.
What a charmingly roguish turn of phrase. Allow me to express my thanks at your confidence and assure you that my plan is indeed sufficiently complicated.
And if our advertising scheme hasn't borne fruit, then perhaps it's time we took matters into our own hands.
Oh dear. He knows what's going on, I guess.
Our Celia is an alarmingly competent middle manager. At any other company, she'd be wasted in data entry. The plan she refers to is a two-pronged approach, and the first part involves seeing Stellar Bay properly defended.
Fine, but how do you mean to
With
do
the
that?
Bolt 52 cartridge, of course. If you can get us what we need to rejoin the board, starting the Bolt 52, we'll be able to become one of the most productive and secure cities in Halcyon.
And you'll have a powerful ally on the board.
Back up. The Bolt 52, huh?
Why, one of the strongest defenses in Halcyon. An extremely powerful ordnance.
Never realized fighting the bureaucracy could be this interesting.
It is quite the rush.
I find one.
In the old arms building southwest of town, which used to be part of Stellar Bay before we had to move our walls in, These days it's overrun with marauders and raptidons.
I'll see what I can find.
So taciturn, so dour. I'll be waiting with bated breath. Oh, and while you're at it, there should be a terminal in the arms building with some dangerous information. Perhaps you could delete it so it doesn't fall into the wrong hands.
Mm-hmm.
What
sounds exactly like the sort of information I would love. Met Grim, the landing pad guard.
I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff?
He did a bang-up job.
Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you?
I have questions about MSI in the good old days.
It's good that I keep such meticulous notes.
The hazard clause.
It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
That's exactly how the board describes it.
And they've invoked it on Monarch?
Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
I get kicked off the board in the first.
I've asked myself the same thing many times, especially seeing as the legal mechanisms we employed were part of the board's own bylaws.
Mean that you initiated your own removal from the board?
Not intentionally, though that's technically true. For many years, this planet was home to as many corporations as Terra 2. But back then, it was known as Terra 1. Really? I always thought they were refreshingly straightforward names. After all, the whole point of terraforming was to make them Earth-like.
Here, though, the results were mixed.
And as the other corporations began to tally their losses, they decided to pull out.
Seems wise.
MSI's leadership at the time certainly thought so.
And how did that work out?
Most regard Monarch as a lost cause. But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up.
Forward thinking of
It's
you.
humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms.
Take it the board leadership didn't embrace your idea.
No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else.
Yet here you are.
Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages.
Why would they do that?
I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently.
Why exactly do you want to be back on the board?
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, And being cut off means slow strangulation.
Pretty roughly. Is it worth going back to that?
I'm not a man to put pride before progress. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Leverage?
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations.
I want to talk about something else.
For you?
I gotta go. I fucking hate you. That's just outside. Executive. Executive. Report looks excellent. The numbers are front and center in your highlight. Highlight our recent production. Adjustment could you increase the page margins to 17.3? Margins is boring. Data. Productivity has continued. Sections and shift. Likely due to in our supplies. Water 7.2. Also wildlife 10.3. 17.4%. Reconciliation with the board. Hostile elements. Approximately 32.8% of our annual budget. The best solution would be an influx of skilled defenders. Aforementioned factors and their effects on the local population, such a solution remains unlikely. Wow. Okay. Working slogans. MSI, our profit margins are stellar. Isol tuna, 43.20. Obey, a tolerable sentence of commerce. Hostile and chaotic galaxy. Oh. Well. Don't much care for them. We care for corporate people. What have we got here?
You're probably looking for Velma. Watch out. She's in a mood.
Oh, is she? Ooh, vending machine. Absolutely nothing. See, I could steal things, but actual saltuna. And what have we got here? Criminal files. Mash random keys. Paxton, the fish tank and 23A are looking a little lumpy. If you're not going to take it to get in, that's fine, but you have to let me know so I can stay on top of the doses. Mr. Andy, we really need to talk about the Saltuna situation. I've had to let 4 batches rot in the warehouse over the last 2 months because we're not finding buyers. I know the situation with the boards, but we need to start thinking about how we're going to keep afloat if we can't get sales up. Drax, seriously, where are you? You've missed 3 shifts. This is getting ridiculous even for you. The production floor. Out here. Well, that. Things. Got things.
Easy does it.
Oh, hello. Sublight contractor. Ooh. Well, now. Most of the text on this note is obscure, but yeah, in passcode into the I'm on this rooftop. What do we got? And then there's a whole that's just it. Oh, good. Games. Worker. I could murder everyone in this building. Somehow I feel like that wouldn't really work out for me. Velma, hey, that's... Velma Ballard.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry.
Oh! Catherine said she'd shove you in a box if you keep running your yap like that.
Did she now? Well, I can see I was mistaken. Because if Catherine really had sent you, there'd be a lot more expletives in your message. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing.
What?
Braxton. He's in charge of getting the fish fat, but also making sure they don't get too many tumors. He's a real wizard with pharmaceuticals, but he has creative notions of working hours. Comes with living in a free colony, I guess.
Don't you have rules about that sort of thing?
We're not keen on rules for rules' sake around here. Means Braxton skips work sometimes, but it also means no company boss is telling me when I can take a shit. Since you don't seem to be constrained yourself, maybe you could check up on him. He lives in the apartments. Tell him Velma said to get his lazy ass down here, or she might start noticing those extra drugs he's been taking from supply. Something else on your mind?
I like this lady. I'm here to talk about Grimm's poster.
This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it?
Nell.
She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too.
Oh, it's about the money. She does sound easier to deal with.
Damn right it is.
They'll have the poster, right? Giving Grimm's poster away? Didn't he pay for it?
No. I paid Sublight for it. So, it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grim may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money.
I have the poster, right?
It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money.
Surely you could work something out.
Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering.
Nah.
Fine by me.
Nah, I'm good. Talk about Caleb.
Unless you're here to tell me he's agreed to do his job again, I've got nothing to say.
Why can't you give him his pay increase?
I don't have the bits for it, plain and simple. Besides, if I make an exception for him, I gotta do the same for everyone.
She's principled, in at least this area. I will begrudgingly give her that.
Thank you. I think. If Caleb wants to keep this job, he'd better get back to it. I'm about ready to hire sublight contractors at this rate.
Andrew's gonna notice your shortfalls before long.
Maybe so, but I bet you Caleb runs out of bits first. Then he'll have to come back. He says he's got a stash to tide his crew over. Could be he's all talk, but if the money's real, I bet you he keeps it at home. Near the diner.
You willing to meet Caleb halfway?
For running me ragged while he takes an extended leave at the bar? Not on your life.
Talk about something else.
Fine by me.
That Braxton has been selling drugs?
Stealing's such a nasty word. Let's call it skimming. And yeah, let's just say I've noticed the stereobiotics we use for the fish would get used a little faster on Braxton's shifts.
Awfully nice of you to not say anything.
We're not like those corporate towns where you get fined for sleeping on the wrong side of the bed. Besides, the Spacer's Choice stuff we use is cheap enough. And Braxton knows how to get the Saltuna, fat and mostly tumor-free.
Who's this Catherine you mentioned when I first came in here?
Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stellar Bay. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer.
Talk to you later. Who else is around?
Velma seem out of sorts to you?
She's always cranky.
No, I mean, more than usual.
Where was I? Hello, babe.
Help! Someone's been killed!
Sorry, what? Where? Excuse me?
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Put yourself together and tell me what
I
happened.
clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is.
Exactly where I'm gonna go.
If you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Why don't you not contemplate it and just go fucking do it? Right. Tenandy, sorry to bother you about this, but something foul is leaking from the apartment upstairs. I don't know what Celia's keeping up there, but she works for you, right? Think you could talk to her about it? Isaac, can you please try to keep your windows shut? As I've tried to explain, leaving them open, especially when you've got food out, invites mantis worms, and a mantis worm infestation is everyone's problem. Braxton, I know you keep odd hours. I know because I've heard you coming and going at all the times at night, but maybe you could try to close your door a little more quietly. I have rather sensitive nerves, and every time I hear your door, I think we're in the middle of another Amber Heights. What happened at Amber Heights? That's gotta...
What a gruesome way to die.
Not much I can do for this guy.
Investigating and find out. Betting slip list with bold wagers made for a team closely calling it. But several ragged outfits, all of them the same cut and color. Search the apartment for clues and money. That's it. That's a very small apartment. This is where what's his butt is supposed to.
Don't mention Tossball to Isaac. You'll never hear the end of it.
You know, I haven't seen him in a while.
If you'd gotten stuck in an hour-long rant about mostly colonists, you'd be thankful.
I think Isaac's dead, folks. Laura. Howdy, Laura.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Looking for Braxton. Have you seen him?
Braxton? I've never even heard of a Braxton. Got nothing for you, sorry.
Dilated pupils, anxious posture, muscle spasms. She's high on some quality stuff.
No! Okay, maybe, just a little. Braxton always has a good stash, and I just like to let loose a little. Stop thinking about the marauders and the raptidons outside, you know?
You do know Braxton. Where is he?
Oh, damn. He told me he was delivering to this house in the ruins south of town. Whole family had fallen sick, and he had some meds on hand. So maybe look for him there?
We're in agreement that this Braxton is probably dead, right?
Yep. Lemons. Slap. And my lack of lockpicking skills. You know, this is a really tiny apartment and it's only got 4 fucking rooms.
Wrap musk and canid eyes, right here.
Sir, please, I need your help. I can pay. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature.
Oh my goodness.
Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
Jesus Christ,
More
lady.
dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful.
Calm down. Tell me what happened.
Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always.
Sounds like a personal problem.
How can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy?
Sorry, did you say there was a reward involved with this request? Why would Tucker run away?
He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me.
I bet you we're gonna find him and he's gonna be fucking king of the raptidons. He's gonna be like, I've got an army of raptidons. Fuck mother. Okay, so about this reward.
Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there.
Yeah, it is.
I've got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad.
Where would he have gone?
He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boys run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a Mantiqueen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already.
God. Yeah, where's Amber Heights?
That old settlement, southwest of Stellar Bay. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with them nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby.
What are you saying about the iconoclasts?
Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Lady, you're crazy. I ran away because he can't stand. Well, let's have a good exploring around, shall
Who wants to play an impromptu tossball match? No one? Really?
Yeah. Dude. Stop. We don't need that.
Well, well. The only new folk I ever see in town are sublight runners from Fallbrook. But you don't look like one of Catherine's.
I'm not.
What can I get you?
Let's see what you've got.
All sales are final, unless you threaten me. I'm kidding. Don't threaten me.
Why, you can't read or something? Ooh. Don't know how that makes you better at sneaking, but okay. I don't think they're... Back down the... Names. Halcyon. Equals +5. What do Dun 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 dun. You have yeah, so what I have is pretty good. I'll grant that it color, but
Good day to you.
okay, nothing to say, huh? That's about you.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit.
Did you? That doesn't seem like a good thing to do in a kitchen. Everyone in this town chicken livered? Why would you admit that to anyone? Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you.
Most people don't. Besides, this place is enough to try anyone's nerves.
Is it? Tell me more.
Where should I begin? With the oversized mantisaurs? Or perhaps the rap spewing acid at our walls? The board was right. This place isn't fit for human habitation. And I was a fool for staying.
Hey. You stay.
Sanjar, of course. He had all these glorious ideas about how he'd run Monarch. Rest periods between every work shift. No shift more than 10 hours long. It all sounds wonderful, until you realize there's only a few centimeters of repurposed steel between you and the deadliest creatures in the galaxy.
Seems like you'd want more than centimeters.
That's what she said.
Ha!
There's truly no end to my suffering.
Never thought about leaving Stellar Bay, bro.
Only every day. But in case you haven't noticed, we don't exactly get ships on a regular basis, yours notwithstanding. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then?
We got stabbed, that's also a possibility. Why don't you just tell me?
Nothing. That's what. Because MSI is not in what you'd call good standing with the board. So even if I could get out of here, no one's gonna hire me.
Sounds rough.
Even talking about it has my blood pressure up. I've really gotta stop.
Okay, bye-bye.
Lucky you.
Wow, he is just real charmer, that one. Oh. Bathroom.
Nice and easy.
Oh, yeah. Hey, B. We've got some. Right, all right. What else have we got? Cover as much as. You're a nobody. You're a nobody. Very rude to all of these people. Go back this way. But this all is much some type. What's this over here? Oh, hello. Abigail Edward.
Hello, dearie. Why, I don't believe I've seen you before. And with sweet cheeks like those, I'd remember.
Like the bedside manner, lady.
Well, it's so rare I get the pleasure of new company. What can Auntie Abigail do for you?
I've been asked to pick up a caffeinoid supplement.
And what a helpful young man you are. Nothing like a little pill to liven up the spirits.
Whiskey helps, too.
Oh, yeah.
Please leave medical advice to the professionals. Now, dearie, who's this pickup for?
Actually, the pills are for me.
I'm so sorry, but with the iconoclasts and the marauder filth chasing away what little trade we get, I'm afraid I have to reserve my supply for Stellar Bay residents. Our reserves have gotten so low, I've even had to start locking the supply room upstairs. Isn't it a shame what some people will do to get a little extra?
Oh, that's just awful.
Isn't it just? I'd make an exception for you if I could, my little cherub. Is there anyone else needing a special pickup from Auntie Abigail?
Ioka.
Oh, her. It's none of my business, but I have told her Dr. Williams would bump up her monthly allotment if only she'd join MSI. Contribute like the rest of us. Now I've gone and said too much. And you know me, dearie. I don't like to pry.
Isn't anyone else on Monarch have? There must be some way I can increase the Ioka's.
Well, I'm afraid not.
Oh, what a
Dr.
shame.
Williams managed the town's allotments from his terminal upstairs. Even I can't access them.
Where can I find this, Dr. Williams?
In the town graveyard, I'm afraid. Poor man was always searching for the Flower of Enlightenment. On the way, he tried some rather daring substance combinations.
Where's the graveyard? What's the Flower of Enlightenment?
It's a philosophist symbol of some kind, dearie. Never you mind. The graveyard's near the southern ruins. You're certainly welcome to pay our respects, but the bodies tend to attract beasties. Do be careful. I'd hate for anything to happen to you, dearie.
I'll have to figure this
Chin
out.
up, dearie.
Go immediately upstairs and fuck the shit. Employee login. That just goes downstairs. Damn. That's something I'll have to fix. This way. President. Ah. Oh. Those darlings.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games.
Not
So who
even
do you follow?
remotely.
Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths.
Who has time to watch grown men and women hit balls with sticks? I'm pretty sure that would get me kicked out. They're all pretty great.
Aren't they just? When I get to worrying about the marauders outside, the raptidons chewing at the walls, I just turn my transceiver up to drown it all out.
Oh.
Most of the time it's static on account of the frequency being clogged up, but sometimes it's tossball. So, what can I do for you?
Velma tells me that you outbid Grim for a signed tossball post.
Signed by the black hole himself. There's no way I could pass that up. Why, did you want to see it? I don't have it yet. I'm waiting on a few customers to pay up before I can give Velma the bits.
Could I trade you?
I don't know. This isn't just some poster. It's a genuine tossball artifact. The black hole doesn't even sign things anymore. He just puts a stamp on them. Of course, the only reason I asked Velma about it in the first place was because those sublight fellas lost my shipment of official tossball jerseys. I was gonna line the walls with them. They're the new ones, now with authentic game time aroma.
Authentic, as in players actually sweat in them?
Of course not. No, authentic means close enough to be the real thing, but not actually the real thing. Everyone knows that.
Huh.
Anyway, I guess they tried to take a shortcut around Amber Heights and ran into some trouble. Can't blame them for trying. Those iconoclasts never shut up. But they lost a bunch of cargo, including my jerseys. If you could get those for me, I might let Grim have that poster.
See what I can do.
Thanks. Don't put yourself in danger on my account, though. That poster will be a fine substitute. What can I do for you?
Found this betting slip in a dead man's apartment. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Poor Isaac. I was wondering why I hadn't seen him in a few days. I'd really like to help. Isaac was a sweet fellow, even if he did have terrible teeth.
I'm listening.
Right. So the thing with Isaac is he didn't know where to stop. He'd get stuck on something, and he just couldn't let it go. Sometimes he'd drink purpleberry punch by the liter. Other times he'd keep betting on a losing team. Started owing the wrong people money.
Did he owe?
I don't know for sure, but I saw Elijah and his buddies pushing Isaac around. They're hooligans from Fallbrook. They sweep into town, drop supplies off behind the warehouse, and spend the rest of their stay getting rowdy over tossball games. They usually loiter in the alley behind the yacht club. They're not allowed in the bar anymore. I bet you anything Isaac ran into trouble with one of them.
Thanks for the tip.
Mr. Sanjar will be pleased to hear about it when you're done. I know he gets fed up with the Fallbrook bullies, but there's not much he can do. Here to catch a game? What can I do?
Having trouble receiving tossball game
Graham's
transmissions.
always filling the airwaves with this propaganda. Like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.
But I don't know. Hearing suite? terminal. Office, but no. See, this is Graham's place. Of course, it's under that. Constable, there's nobody there. Oh?
Smells like wrapped in here.
Color bear.
I bought some musk from Sebastian to cover up the saltina smell.
Trust me, this is worse.
Evicted. Evicted. Front of that place. Ah.
This is the simple truth. We are all molecular machines. The body is a collection of atoms. The mind is a consequence of chemical reactions. Therefore, our lives are predestined along a path that is only visible in retrospect. Life is fated and unstoppable.
Gotta hand it to you, Max. You make my old med school lectures seem interesting.
Huh. Sebastian Edens.
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in Raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts?
Huh. Oh, let me see what you got there.
Good. Celia hasn't come by in a few days, so I haven't sold much.
Oh, this is all junk. Literally junk. And I can do it. No.
You look like a man...
Let's talk about Celia.
Huh. I haven't seen her in a few days, but I've been meaning to ask her how that Raptidon acid is working out. I hope it's working okay, because no one else really seems interested in this stuff.
He likes you.
Nice of you to say. I like her too.
I mean, she really likes you.
And I gotta admire anyone with her passion for canid hides. But you don't have to butter me up.
Now I see what Celia was talking about. This guy almost reminds me of Irion.
Who?
An old acquaintance from the Groundbreaker. Real piece of work.
That's mighty kind of you to say.
But we were talking about what a lucky gal Celia is.
Anyone who can afford such a fine collection of mantisaur claws has it pretty good.
Since you've got so much in common, maybe you should let her take you out.
Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow, so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for Raptidon tongues.
Doesn't want a discount. Attracted to you.
A lot of people think I'm not too bright, but you're not fooling me. I know she can't get these goods anywhere else.
He just wants an excuse to talk to you.
Come on, that's crazy. No one would do that.
Boy. Haven't you heard? Competition's moving into town. I feel like if I tell him that, he'll just leave, so... Sure.
I guess I could afford to take a risk.
Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Great. Better fucking appreciate.
No one saw me trip over that, right?
Everyone saw you, Max.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet?
Then he'll go on a date with you.
Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia? I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on?
Look, you've got your chance. Have fun and don't overthink it.
Oh, I will. Now I've just got to figure out which jumpsuit I'm wearing and how I'm fixing my hair. Or maybe I should go with a casual look? Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
That's great. Okay. Found some more, I guess? I've been here. And all around the entire town? I'm pretty sure. Oh. We've picked up some quests then. Might want to save. Oh boy. Also be also though, I think break right now. Go ahead and just go get real quick. Okay, I'm back. Max. All good. Really interesting that Max really religious stuff seems to be coming. This is a interesting looking place, huh? Super dead.
Reminds me of the crew cabin on one of my first ships.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Huh. Call me crazy, but I think we're going to need this. Boom! Boom! You know, I always forget that I should be taking.
Another fighting me.
Oh, now. Bulbrook, Amber. Like I need to visit Amber. What?
Take the best shot, asshole.
Boom! Oh, I'm covered in spit or goo. Yet since they're dead. We got a safe. No way to open it. That's just a shame. Tested in science instead. I love how it makes that noise even when there's nothing in it. Huh. On church. Damn, this is just a whole settlement. Abandoned. Wrapped it up. Dead marauders as well. Question is this all spilled alcohol? Is that a lot of blood? Oh my goodness. A nice hat. That's this stuff. Nothing I can do. Dropped it on. I'll have to go get into a
Think they
tussle
left
with.
anything good behind?
Help if.
Here they come.
Boom. Ow. Kablam. Well, that didn't go as planned. Boom. Bam. Hey, buddy. Burns, he says. Good numbers, though, like 4. Of these. Ow. Made it into that house. This is the house where that's a residence. Oh wow.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable.
Don't trust him.
I'm afraid we don't get many visitors out here. The Raptidons and Marauders scare off all but the boldest. And if you've braved them, you must be exhausted. Why don't you stay for dinner?
Oh, why don't I stay for dinner? Eat people, don't you?
I'm sure I would remember something like that. Now, quit fretting yourself about that. Make yourself at home. Dinner's almost ready.
The secret people. Live out in this random fucking...
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner?
I'm gonna eat... That's not people. Where's Braxton?
Sorry, I'm not real good with, names. It just gets hard to remember things. I recall moments, feelings, but the details slip. Other times, it's like there's fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before? That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
What a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer. The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves.
What do you mean by that, huh?
Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we don't take for granted. Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
I never, ever trust, in any game ever, when you wander out into the middle of nowhere town, and you meet a family of really nice people that ask you to stay for dinner. They're always cannibals. Bet you if I go explore.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies?
No. What are you talking about?
That's wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm not really supposed to talk to strangers. Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again.
Mm-hmm.
And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal. He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that.
Some kind of off-brand drug, maybe? Wouldn't be the first or the worst.
They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again. Okay. Maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Think they'll notice if we slip out first?
Hey, what are you doing in my room?
Looking
Liar!
around.
You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you?
You ain't got any. Rocket candy.
The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
Okay, I'm just... Private, do not... Horizon is round, soft, and warm as the lump of its... There is... It's a game. Did make it with... Really? There's a door here. Kills. You know, I don't like what I see in that room. Is there a way I can maybe, like, lock off? Got to. Where did she go?
There you are. We're all ready. Just waiting on you.
Waiting on me, huh?
Martha has the sauce ready, and the children have set the table. All it needs is a main course.
I bloody knew it! Let's test out this shit. Yeah, baby. Well... I fucking called it! They're fucking cannibals! Aether house key gets me really interesting places. Like a place up here.
I thought I'd seen the worst of humanity before.
Who does something like this?
Well, Braxton Hecht. Easy bastards. Well, we know what happened to Braxton now. Lady, I've got some bad news.
I'd give you a friendlier welcome, but I'm up to my elbows in salt tuna guts. That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift?
Left some cannibals out in the ruins.
That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now.
Way to go.
Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Something else on your mind?
Yes! Workbench right here. Tinker. Ah. And that cost me 200 bits to tinker with this thing. and it capped earlier, right? So it only cost me 200 bits every time, which is now upgrade the shit out of this for like really cheap. 489 DPI. Oh, baby. Whew, okay.
I hear those rich people in Byzantium pay a handsome bit for rap musk.
Bet they also pay to make it stink less.
Supposedly, it makes you more attractive for, you know.
Trust me, no one's going near you like this.
Okay, well, I think that's where I'm going to call it for today. Had a lot of fun. Stuff. Right. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to not forget. Don't forget to tell your friends. Have everybody come out and watch the stream. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.